The crown is that's
All
hot.
right,
The crown is hot.
so why is it I can't hear you now though? That's the crazy thing.
You can't hear me? Wait, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I get you.
Okay, okay. It's probably my headphones. It's kind of
All right, well, before we start the live, obviously we're gonna talk about Facebook advertisement, but anybody that's watching the live, whether this is
hmm
replay or whether this is live, let us know what you want to know about Facebook ads so that we can come back to the comments and we can answer your guys' questions. But so are we live? Do we know if we're live on Facebook right now?
I think so. I want to say yeah. I definitely want to say yes. I want to say yes. I can
Okay.
check right now.
Because are you able to invite people from your phone to this live?
Yeah, we laugh. We laugh.
Okay, good.
Uh,
All right, so cool. So couple things. What's the one thing that people have been telling you, Corny, about Facebook ads? And let's tell everybody a little bit about how we met because probably people are gonna start joining the live. And if you're joining the live, let us know you're here. Tell us what's up.
mhm.
Now, are you able to see all their comments and all that, Courtney?
I can't see it on the app, but I can see it on my Facebook page. I got a Facebook page pulled up on my phone.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, good. All right, so let's talk about how we met because obviously everybody wants to know how me and you know each other. What year did we meet? Do you think was it 2017, 16?
hmm Yes, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. 2016, probably. Well, Vice Silas when we met. Yeah, I want to say
Yeah.
2015 around there.
So the first time I met Courtney, I was promoting a business called Visalis, which is like health and wellness, fitness shakes, whatever. It was a network marketing business,
hmm
and I did this contest called whoever brought the most people, brand new people to the event, won a NutriBullet, and that's the first time I met you. When I NutriBullet, we drank some whiskey as a congratulations for all the people you brought, and then we signed up a bunch of people.
hmm
Remember that one kid was trying to get credit for all the people you brought? He's like, wait, I'm the one that brought these people. No, you brought Courtney. Courtney brought all the people. See, that's why I don't like MLM sometimes because he's trying to get credit for the
hmm
work you did, right? So then,
hmm
what years later we leave that business? Then what did we do after that? Did we do another business after that right away, or did we both go our separate ways and then we came back?
I want to say we both went our separate ways after that one. After the Visalis, yeah. Then we came back to.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because
Yeah,
everything
we
fell
always
apart
come
and
back,
then we
man.
all started over, but we were still keeping in contact, right? Visalis was one of the companies
hmm
that you remember this. It hit me hard. I lost tons of money joining Visalis, literally where I had to start over because of that stupid company. But here's the point. I remember the last time, like 2 years ago, you came to my house and we were talking about Facebook ads. At this point, I was already
hmm
probably doing Facebook ads a little bit. I was playing with them. I wasn't really going full haul because if anybody doesn't remember, back in the day, Facebook ads, like you literally were paying for traffic. So literally you were paying for Facebook to put your ad out there. And then when people would click on your ad, it would go to a website that you've created. Well, the problem with that is if your website
hmm
sucked, you could pay for traffic all day. So the real problem wasn't the Facebook advertisement. It was really most likely a
hmm
lot of time people websites. And then now
Right.
today, Facebook allows you where when people click on your ad, they can sign up right there. They can buy right from Facebook, which has changed the way Facebook ads is going on. Plus, because of the quarantine, everybody's online right now. But me and Cordy, we were talking about what were you doing ads at that time? Was it for Uber?
Yes. That's when I really took off with it when I was first doing
Uber.
Uber and Facebook ads. That's when I really took off with it. I started doing other states and um, start focusing down more on my target and my messages
How
some
much
more.
how much were
Then
you making per
yeah,
day
that's
at that time?
um, well per deal with Uber. It depends because
See, when you say depends,
every
that's the
state had
problem.
like
That's for old people. But that's the conversation we had, right? Because I'm glad
it
that you
is.
said that because, well, first of all, the reason why we did it at 9 a.m. Cody wanted to wear a suit, and then I was like, well, I don't even wake up that early, so I'm wearing a robe in my home office. Anyway, but here's the thing that we were talking about. You were showing me your ad spend. We were
Mhm,
talking about the ad dollars, and at the end of the day, all that matters with Facebook ads is not getting response to the ad. That's obviously the most important. But it's okay
mhm,
now that I got people coming in. It's going to let you know this is how much it's costing per lead, and are we profitable? So one of the
mhm,
biggest questions that me and Courtney were talking about after he beat me in chess again. I think he's the only
yeah.
man that's ever beat me in chess. what we did then is I said, well, look, Courtney, the way you're looking at it, you're getting leads, you're paying per lead, right? This is how much it's costing per lead. This is how much you're making on the back end. Is it worth it to keep running that? And is it profitable? And after our conversation, you're like, yeah, I never looked at it that way. Because I think people think Facebook ads like, I'm just going to put my ad up there and then a bunch of people are going to sign up. I'm going to make money. I'm going to get rich. That would be nice. But like, well, if for any of you guys that are joining now or joined before, we said if you have any questions that you guys want to know about Facebook ads, if we don't answer them right here on this live, we will respond to you later in the comments and tell you guys what you can and cannot do. But first things first, let's talk about the basics, like target marketing. The main reason I feel like most people don't do well in Facebook advertisement is because they go on it, they run an ad, right? The worst thing you can do is boost a post, because boost post is usually going to your friends and your friends of your fans. But the point of the, when I'm talking about targeting, because if you're not having the ad be sent to a certain demographic, then what Facebook's going to do, they're going to let you send it to the world, right? I had a friend of mine that has a plumbing company, and he was doing Facebook ads before he met, obviously before he hooked up with me. And he said that the problem with the Facebook ad, it was sending him people from New York, and he's from Chicago. So targeting is important. You can target
target it right.
Like before, I'm gonna let Courtney talk a little more targeting, but like you can target if you want to find. Let me say it right there. If you want to find a 27-year-old midget that lives in California, drives a Prius, and lives with his mom, you can do that on Facebook. But here's what people do: they don't even target anybody. They just put the ad up. They say, "What's that targeting crap?" and then just go on with the ad. And now they're letting it out there, and they're spending all this money trying to get attention from people that don't even want to buy from you anyways, right? So the beautiful thing about advertisement and targeting is, you know, Courtney's been to a bunch of events that I used to host, because I do seminars. But what would you say? What would be your take on targeting? Like, why is that important? What do you think? I mean, I know
Is super duper important.
Say it again.
Targeting is super duper important. Just like you said, you had that one person who business is in, let's say, Chicago, and they're marketing all the way out there in New York. If you're not targeting your ads,
why am I trying to get people I can't fly my plumbing business can't fly to you to help you, right?
You try to get people to New York.
Yeah.
Right. Just like you said, Facebook is going to just have, if you don't have a target on there, they're going to have your Chicago ad inside of New York or
they'll let you
North Carolina.
They don't care because they want to get your money. Facebook wants you to spend as much money as you can. They don't care about your results. Let me just tell you right now, Facebook does not care about your results. That's for you to be playing around and testing. And that's why people hire me. For some of you guys that don't know, I run a company called Smash Media, which we started off doing events, seminars. Then we went to doing organic funnels. Then we started doing like coaching groups, and now we do just Facebook ads, because there's such a great ROI, return on investment, with advertisement. Because right now, because of coronavirus, we got like 50 million more viewers, and on top of that, people are right now looking for solutions to their problems. So if you're not doing Facebook ads, you guys are insane. But also, are you giving them away a free thing? What are you giving them, by the way? I know you're giving them something.
Yep. Right now, I am doing a 5-day boot camp that I am launching out pretty soon. But right now, I am showing guys how to do Facebook ads for free. There's a beginning. It's going to be an hour each on a Zoom meetings as well. And again, it's free, of course. It's just showing you guys how to do Facebook ads the correct way, so you don't be going around having your ad in New York and your business in Chicago and stuff.
So this is one of the first things that I learned from a guy named Dan Kennedy, which I know you learned from me, Courtney, and it was called the 3 things of marketing. You have to have the target, the message, and the media. Well, the media we're talking about right now is Facebook. That's the media, Facebook advertisement. The message and the market, that's where we come in. Or at least for you, for the business owner, you should at least know your target market. And there's 5 ways to determine a target market. There's geographical. That means I'm a business that's only looking for a geographical area. There's demographic, which is just a fancy word for things in common: married, single, etc. You know, who the person is. Am I looking for older? Am I looking for married? Am I looking for single? That kind of thing. The other way you can determine a target is going after a certain industry. You might be a product or service that goes after just truck drivers, or goes after just, nurses, whatever. So you got to know these things. So that's the third one, to determine who your target is, industry. 4th would be people you have affinity with. And if you guys don't know what affinity is, people, market to people that relate to you. Like if I'm a married man with 3 kids, people that are married with 3 kids are going to immediately have a rapport with me because we have a lot in common, right? So
Yep.
affinity means I'm targeting, or maybe I'm marketing to people that have a lot in common with me, or where my story would inspire them, right, and get them excited. And then number 5 is targeting past customers, which is one of the most neglected things for business owners. Because anybody watching this video, you've already had customers before. You've had crappy customers. How many of you guys have had shitty customers and had great customers?
A lot.
Right? Well, ignore the shitty customers, except figure out what they have in common. Look at all the good customers you've ever got, and then I guarantee you, if you really pay attention, they have some in common. Either they're all from the same area, either all have some certain background, either they all have some certain thing, and that's where business owners don't do. They don't target past customers, or at least using the information from past customers, saying, hey man, what do we realize that for whatever reason, we're getting women that are 27-year-old, between 25 and 30 are buying all of our products. So then why would you keep marketing to people under 25 or over 30 when you know that this is your market, right?
Exactly.
Now, this is one thing you'll like, Courtney. You may know this or may not know this, but with Facebook ads, once you get a result, right? Once you actually start getting some response, it is going to now break down your ad, where it will let you know what age demographic follows your ad the most, or who responded the most, how much it costs per age group. It goes from 25 to 34, 35 to 44, and then like 45 to 55, right? And it'll let you know, okay, I ran the ad, I ran it. Now here's what you guys learn. Here's a good tip. Anytime you see a Facebook ad, go in the top right corner of the ad and click on more info, and it will let you know who they're targeting. It will tell you who they're targeting. And what I learned about people when I go on people's ads and look at other people's ads, they target people of 1 to 100 years old. They target every demographic. They have no targeting at all. So targeting is important, because would you rather, if I was to have you speak for my seminar, right? And I was to have 100 people in the room, would you rather me let you speak in front of my group for 30 minutes for free, right? Because let's say you sell insurance, or would you rather me just give you 5 names of people that have already asked about insurance?
Right? Of course, the 5 names of ads.
I want the names. I want I want the people that want to buy right now. I want the ones that are willing to buy. And how will you know that? Again, it's all about marketing, targeting, testing, right? But when it comes to ads, I would probably say, and maybe you agree with me, probably the most important is probably the headline. Like, what would you say about headlines, Courtney? Like, how much time do you spend on come up with headlines? Because one of the things we had a conversation before we started this, he was going to call this marketing talk.
Yeah, it definitely was. See, like, headlines is important.
You got to call it something like get people excited about what you're going to teach them. Get them excited about what you're selling them. If after someone buys from you, they're not excited, you did it wrong, right? They shouldn't feel sad after they purchase from you. They should be like, oh my God. They should be like feeling like my life is about to change. Everything's going to happen. Because remember, whatever you sell, all you're doing is solving a problem. That's all business owners do. So whatever you sell, you have a problem that you solve, right? And that's it, right? Like right now you're selling AT&T.
Right now I'm selling cable and internet.
Yeah, and that's compared to Comcast.
Yep, other providers. Yep.
No, I'm saying Comcast.
Okay. I see what you did. I see what you did.
Because you sell AT&T. Who cares? Why is it better than Comcast? Well, it's easy. I just said it. Because anybody has Comcast, how much are you spending? I got rid of Comcast. And why would you go to AT&T? What is the main benefit? I'm asking.
Because better deals on a lot of things.
The price, right? How much is it to get the AT&T right
now? It depends on the area that you're in. So definitely we gotta have to check that out with that.
Yeah, for my crown.
It's definitely in the independent area. Definitely like the crown. Keep the crown. I like that.
Yeah.
But
my point, I guess I'm asking Courtney is that when you're selling your AT&T, but no one cares. You have to get people excited about why they would switch over. You got to get them excited about why they would want to be part of it. And one of the things that most people neglect when doing ads or when doing any kind of marketing is they don't even come up with a headline to get my attention, right? They don't even get me excited about what you're offering. You sound like everybody else is online, and you just sound like a repeat in a copy, right? As Dr. Seuss said, we're all born originals, don't die a copy. You got to be original. You got to come up with something. You got to say something different than what the rest of the marketing place is. And this doesn't start until you figure out who your target is. Write this down, whoever's paying attention. Who is more important than the what? I first got to know who's this for before I even decide what I'm going to do, how I'm going to find the people. Who are we first trying to find? Because once I know that answer, because I was talking to a kid right now that was asking me about Facebook ads, and he told me, to be honest,
Right.
I don't even know what my target market is. Well, then that's why you had
Nope.
failure. You failed in the Facebook ads originally because you put it out there to everybody, right? Everyone
Right.
is not your customer. Everybody with a pulse and a wallet is not your customer. We have to really determine, like anytime I get a new client, we first figure out, and I help them if they don't know the answer, how do we determine who the target is? Then once I know who the target is, now the next important thing, which we could talk a little bit about, Courtney, is message. Like message is where the money's at, right? And that's why Facebook advertising, because what I was telling Jen yesterday, all Facebook ads are, you have a story, right? You have a message, you have something to offer to people. So all Facebook ads does for you is it buys the attention of the people you already want, right? On Facebook organic, we are trying to beg for attention and we're trying to fight for attention online because everybody's on trying to say their thing, right? Hey, how many of you guys like Courtney's beard? It doesn't look that bad, man.
I
thought you were gonna like come on, like if I didn't comb my hair, it would look a mess.
It's the
I
quarantine.
got gray hairs coming out over here, like quarantine life, right? And you're in an office, I'm over here sitting in a chair naked, just joking, in my robe. So is there anyways, in the comments, are anybody asking questions? Because I want to be able to respond to them, or anybody asking anything, or like what's the biggest mistake that people have made with ads? Those kind of things. Either way, all marketing is the same. The reason why I like Facebook advertisement is because it gives you the advantage of now finding the person you wanted anyways, paying that money to get their attention and getting the person that would have probably bought from you anyways. That's it. Versus, right, what's the other alternative? Be on social media all day, talking to everybody with no target, no clear message, and just hoping that the people will see what you have to offer and want it, right?
Exactly. Especially with the target. If they don't have a target, like we've been preaching this for the last 15, 20 minutes. They don't have a target. You're definitely just putting you're giving Facebook money. That's exactly what you're doing. You're giving Facebook money. You gotta have a target, you gotta have a location. Your message has to be talk.
I want you guys to be so committed to Target. I want you to stop shopping at Walmart
too. You don't want to
just go to Target.
Target. I like Walmart. I definitely like Walmart.
I like Buyer. That's because you're being cheap, man. I like Target because you can actually find a person. You can find a human being that smiles. I'm just joking. No, okay. I always go to Walmart's right here by my house. But if we use that for example, we could use that comparison. If you were for everybody, there wouldn't be a Target and Walmart. There would only be Walmart, right? Because we would just go for the cheapest price. If people only wanted the cheapest price, then why do we have a Target, right? Why do we have a what do you call it, Neiman Marcus? Why do we have a Von Maur and these big stores? Because not every single person bases their decision on price. And I think a lot of business owners, they think that. They think, oh, I got to be the cheapest. I got to be I got to be out to be the cheapest people so then I can get attention. That's one way of going about the market, right? That's one way, being cheap. What about speed, customer service, value, whatever, right? But every business owner is different and everything is different. Now, here's another thing I can tell you guys about Facebook ads. Forget about the targeting. That's the most important. The second most important part, which we didn't talk about yet, is the message. What are you going to say? What is your offer to those people? We were talking yesterday. If I let's see, I'm gonna put Courtney in a spot. If you were to sell, we talked about this yesterday. If we were to sell doggy biscuits, what would your ad look like?
My ad would be like, that's easy. Come on, doggy biscuits. This is the doggy biscuits your dogs love, or the give me some more doggy biscuits. That's the headline right there. See, I'm that right there.
He's like, give me more doggy biscuits.
Give me some more.
How many guys would buy from Courtney's doggy biscuit ad if all it said was give me some more doggy biscuits? How about doggy biscuits?
Yeah,
so good, your dog will order them next time.
Or wait a minute, doggy biscuits so good makes you want to slap your mama.
You're gonna use the old next Friday?
Yeah.
What was that, Friday after next?
Yeah, Friday. That's the classic.
When you did post that, to be honest with you, everybody write this down. The number one sin of marketing is being boring, and that's what you just said. That's what slap your mama. I gotta get that gets my attention. Who's slapping their mom, right? But point is that
you don't want to be boring.
Marketing is about getting that customer's attention, and then once I have their attention, I better have some kind of system to funnel them in so that I can follow up with the people that actually want to buy from me. And that's what ads do. Once the person sees your offer, they sign up, and now it's a matter of following up with them and then selling them. Now, is everyone going to buy? No. But what are people doing it? What's the alternative? Doing organic, which is just talking to everyone. Most people that do organic don't have a marketing funnel either. So they literally just kind of just talk online, hoping that someone will inbox them one day or message them and say, hey, I want to buy your product or your service. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So we got a question going on. It says one of them is from Lynn. What's up, Lynn? He said, how much would you recommend investing for the first time putting in an ad?
Here's what I tell my clients. I tell them you should at least be willing to part with $300 for the month because we're just testing, right?
Exactly.
But I also would say if you spend 10 bucks and you don't get a response, start over, because either your targeting's off, either your message is not clear to the people, the offer's not good. So there's something wrong with the ad because it's getting in front of people, right? And here's a good thing too. It's trying to find the algorithm. So my suggestion is about 300 bucks because really what all you're doing is testing. And even some cases you only need probably 100 bucks to test it. And when I say testing it, because as we know, we can run it $5 a day, $10 a day, $100 a day. Now that would be a question that people don't ask enough is how much should I start off daily? I would say 10 to 25 daily. I had one lady that was like, can we do $1 a day? What the hell? Who's going to see it for $1? Like now you're not trying to get leads. You're just trying to get attention, right? If you just want an ad that just get more likes, you could do that, right? You could do that. What was the other question? Oh, that was a question, right?
No, it's not a question, but I'm just following up what you just said. It's exactly what you said as well. Because like you said, it's going to be testing. So it's going to be if your message not working, you're going to want to change that. If your picture's not working, you're going to want to change that as well. So it's exactly like you said.
Oh yeah, images. Yeah, you know how many images I've tested, man? Like when I did one ad.
Yep.
I tested. I did, and only because I'm now a professional, so don't take this advice. I'm just saying it. But I ran like 7 different ads with 7 different photos and images, trying to see which one we got the most response. And response is not always that what matters. What matters is the people that responded, did they buy? Because if the people that responded bought, now that's an ad. And what I love about ads is that you can turn them on and off as you want. Here's what people do. They run Facebook ads. They'll put the ad on, right? Turn it on, set it all up, have their little ad spend ready, let's say 200 bucks, and then they let it run. They don't even go back to check on it. After $200 is gone, they say, what happened? Well, what happened is you weren't paying attention to the ad. You don't let $200 get spent with no results. As soon as the ad's running after 10 bucks and it's not getting me a lead, I'm like, whoa, something's off. Something's wrong here. And I don't think most people don't know that, right? Because I mean, let's be honest. Who really helps people do Facebook ads right now? I see a lot of guys online that might claim to do like they have the best blueprint. There's no blueprint, man. It's literally you need to learn your market, and no one teaches that. You need to figure that out first. Once I have that down, now I can start messing around with ads, creating messages, testing different headlines, images, whatever, and then go from there, right? So,
and we got another question. The other question is from Franklin. What is the most important thing in marketing?
The most important thing in marketing is the message, man.
And it is the message.
Well, see, now there's a debate between the market and the message, because if I don't know who I'm selling to, my message can be great. So it can be wrong. So I'm going to take it back. I'm going to say targeting. I mean, honestly, it sounds, my clients get annoyed when I say it. It's all that matters, man. If my business,
I'm gonna say message though, because
go ahead.
Like just like you. So if your target is good, you put your ad in the right place. For example, so if I'm selling weight loss shake and I'm gonna put my ad in front of people who's looking for weight loss stuff, and if my message is talking about some garbage stuff, they're not gonna want to buy that. Like that message is gonna have to resonate, like talk to them. That
sell the result. Don't sell all the features.
Everybody wants to be like one-on-one. This is the product I'm looking for.
Hey, look, if I'm looking for weight loss, I just want to know if I'm gonna lose weight. I don't need to know that it was tested by 27 doctors in Asia. I need to know how much weight if I'm gonna lose on this. Because you know what? If that wasn't the case, why is people that are watching this video have already tried like 7 different weight loss things and they're trying to find the magical one? There's no magical one. It's either you follow the one system, and if it works, continue with it. If it doesn't work, move on. But I would say target, because until I know who I'm really trying to talk to, nothing happens, right? And once I know that 25 to 35-year-olds, women, single women are my target, then that's all I can talk about now. That's all my message is going to be about. So now what happens? People say, well, then you're going to lose people that might want to buy from you. Trust me, if you target people, and you're for some group, there are going to be people outside of that market. They're going to want your help because you've already said I'm only working with them. But then other people will come to you and ask for your help because they're like, well, why do you only work with them? I said, it's not that I only work with them. It's just that for whatever reason, when I market, that is the market that gets the most attention. So it isn't that I'm trying to not help you, but you weren't the one responding to me when I ran an ad, right? I helped a lady with she was doing like a pet supplies thing, and we were running the ad, and for whatever reason, we were getting more older people to respond to the ad because maybe they're the ones that are online looking for dog stuff online. We don't know that. So until the ad is started and until it's created, we're not going to know. And that's kind of where I help people. I don't just help them just write the whole message. I actually monetize it and help them keep up with the ad and help it become profitable. Even when I help someone with an ad and we start getting a response, we might get a response of like $8 per lead, but we notice that the reason why it's $8 per lead on average because we're getting better response from the 25 to 35-year-olds, which is cheaper, and we're spending all this money to get the attention from the 35 to 45-year-old group, but they're not responding enough. So then all you have to do is change the ad 25 to 35, and now we just target that small group because that's the ones that are paying attention. Oh, I thought you were going to say something else. Anyways, I don't think I have much other. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can talk about Facebook ads, but at least that's a beginner for people that are listening. And don't go after watching this, go start trying to run all these ads. Ask questions first. We can give you tons of advice for free to tell you what you can and cannot do. I don't ask anybody to pay me unless you want me to take my actual time to actually write the stuff for you, because a lot of people could do it on their own, but there is a right way to do it and there is a wrong way to do it. And I'm telling you right now, I did a video that I shared with Courtney yesterday. If you've spent at least $1,000 in advertisement and you haven't got response, you need to start over. I mean, you did something completely wrong, right? So, any other things that you could think about that we discussed?
Let's see. Well, right now everything's pretty much. We got to definitely do this again, probably like once a week coming on. Probably
the Courtney and Joe show.
I like that. The JC show.
Yeah.
We talk about marketing.
And what would JC? And what would JC do?
JC, well, WWJC.
Yeah. Joe and Courtney. Anyways, the moral of the story is, guys, we're gonna keep this going. I've been doing ads for a while. Courtney's been doing ads for a while. We do two different types of advertisement. I do more on a different level, helping people with recruiting for MLM is a lot what I help people with. I've helped restaurants, so I can help any business. But for whatever reason, a lot of network marketers have me help them because right now network marketers can't use ads because they're not allowed to promote opportunity. They're not allowed to sell their products on there. So I figured out a loophole how to go all around that and still help people find leads through Facebook ads without violating Facebook's policies and still being able to help run your business. But have I run ads for all types of business? Yes, I run for a car dealership. I run it for people that sell cosmetics. I've ran it for people that sold pet supplies. It doesn't matter. Advertisement is advertisement, right? So let's do this again, Courtney. Hopefully people watch the replay or live, ask more questions so then we can answer them in the comments.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you guys again next week. Peace.
Talk to y'all later.